titties and beer. Big old titties and beer. Titties and beer. I thank God Almighty for titties and beer. Titties and beer.
Guys, Saturday. What are we going to look at today? Well, once again, we were going to look at the last beer from Orman Brewing, but I picked up what's this? Let's just go old school. What does this one say? Coors. Picked up a bomb, a beer that I kind of got turned on to by Stephen Bush. Prairie Artisan Ales, the Bomb. This is an imperial stout aged on coffee, cocoa nibs, vanilla, beans, and chili peppers. Spaceship Earth Coffee Company. This one's you know, somewhere where, you know, I like to go. 13%. I just got done doing my EDC video. I got tagged by Big Jeff, Skinwild 1. And we're rolling right onto this. And it's even in the appropriate glass. Oh, just look at that darkness. We're going to pour hard. Yeah, speaking of hard. Oh, shake it off, shake it off. Okay, haven't had a reason to do this a lot lately. Got the, I'm not sure if that's, oh yeah, it was up one too many. This is the gym mode, the Firefly mode. Now it's in this glass, so it's actually got to go through a little bit more. So Firefly low, medium, high, and turbo. Yeah, forget about it. Speaking of forgetting about it, hey, Steve over at Frontline Cigars, hey, did you like your promo? So Christine tells John that Frontline Cigars, Steve is going to be her guest. I know, Mr. Holster. And, yeah, missed an opportunity. Oh well. And then last night, Steve's over in the chat room of Locked and Loaded, chatting it up, saying, "Hey, you know, let's not waste all my good material. We'll be on Christine's show tomorrow." So John's talking about this 360-degree thing where he blows the sun up, and I was like, Chris was like, "Yeah, that sounds cool. Wonder how he's gonna work at cigars into that." Then the promo goes up, and it's something like travel stories, and Chris is like, "We did that on the podcast already." So, yeah. So, John, in like record time, I think less than an hour, got like everybody together to make him, I haven't even had a chance to watch the promo yet. I got my priorities right there, Frontline Cigars. Oh, just... These are always just like a good burrito fart. You know, you just want to keep sniffing it. They smell really good. Vanilla. Just those deep malts. 13% of. Here it goes, baby. Cheers, everybody. I remember going, wow, this is really, really good by this point last year. I want to say I like last year a little bit better than this. Boy, it's a roller coaster of flavors, though. Well, for a beer that is 13%, if it didn't say 13% on the bottle, I would have never, ever guessed this rate. I've had shit that's 6%. I mean, good God, go get. Well, I know. I'm just kidding. This is just sake of conversation, go buy a loser neighbor friend of yours some cheap-ass Steel Reserve, and that stuff will make you wonder if there's anything but booze in it. It has like nothing. I mean, I don't really want to gulp it down. I want to enjoy it and make it last through the comments, but I don't think it even is gonna. I don't think it even will possess a warming. Then it'll turn out that this isn't even this year's or something. If it isn't this year's, I mean, Steve, how? I know they release it once a year, but they usually don't identify it. Born on date. Where's your born on date? Yeah, I can't even read whatever the hell that is. It doesn't look like it gets smudged off. It just looks like. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know. If this is not this year's and it's an overstock, I mean, Steve would know, because he's like I think he sleeps with the owner of the brewery. I'm just kidding. He's just a stall away from happiness. If this is last year's or this year's, it would explain the really kind of mildness to it, but still has nice carbonation. That cocoa and vanilla just like coats your teeth. Okay, let's just talk about comments. Yeah, the last comment stood as Gunwild1 saying cheers, bitches. So that was yesterday. I carry one first with an actual comment. No, you're first, actually. Johnny Concho saying first, being second. Celicia Shell saying first, being third. Ben N saying fourth, being absolutely correct. Stalker Steve saying a true fifth. Rich Huff saying cheers, all. Cheers. Fifth, sixth. Loma Company says a seventh. Seventh ain't bad. No, it's not. Frontline top 10 at work, trying my hardest to stay awake. Well, this ain't gonna help. The Crazy Scotsman intro babe and brew babe, 10. Thank you. Crazy Scotsman Matt, not so much. Bring back Sam. I'd love to have my little Sammy Poo on more often. I mean, at least I can hand her anything in a beer and get a fair assessment. You know, again, she's not like a huge fan of shotgunning whiskey shots and all. I mean, she doesn't actually live here anymore, so she would have to go. And so I approve of her not shotgunning whiskey shots. But surprisingly, me and her align on a lot of stuff entirely, let alone when it comes to beers. I've given her things that I'm like, I know she's not gonna like this. This is pretty hoppy. Oh, this is really good. Or I mean, this would be like, if I handed her this to sip, she'd just walk upstairs with it right now. Trust me. I do plan on maybe, depending on if it's going to be possible or not. I know I will be seeing her within the next, I'm guessing, 24 hours for sure. I'll probably see her. Because I made up a big batch of chili, and I informed her that I made a big batch of chili. And that is almost a given for a Sam stop by. I think this is going to be a really good batch, too. Crazy Scotsman whiskey. Oof, last night was, that doesn't sound good. 18, I think there's about a half about a half of a shot, Scotsman. So I'm gonna go with number 17, which I tried not to touch last night because I really liked it. See, I kind of rated these before I had them all. Locked and Loaded last night was a lot of fun, by the way. So 17 is the one that I wrote strong, tasty, and burns a little. And I think this was the one that Nihap said that he is almost positive I've never had before. I'm not gonna doubt him when he says that. You never argue with the Godfather. And he said sometimes the really good ones aren't just smooth and mild. Sometimes you want to get beat up a little. I've been enjoying getting my ass kicked by this one. Like I said, there's been a few of these that are very unique color, and unless he's mixing his own, does it mix? This one doesn't look like the other ones, and it's definitely not Ardbeg. Ardbeg is actually very very clear. I mean, I want to say it's even, I mean, it's not like tequila clear, but it's definitely not like this. This has this greenish hue to it. I almost hate Scotsman. I know. I almost hate shotgunning it. This one is like last night. I just poured 18. I just poured it in a nice glass and just gave it a couple drops of water to release the flavors, and made it through like the first hour, and then had to refill. Actually, I think I started with this. And then I moved because Jim was drinking number 18. Boy, I tell you, you could probably send me the same goddamn one. And depending on the palate that particular day. Today I'm not getting, I don't feel like I'm getting beat up as much. It's got some really nice flavors to it though. 17, did I do that right? Yeah? Yeah, it was 16 was the one that I said burnt wood taste. What Frontline said, Intro Babe was a 10, Brew Babe was a 10, Guest was a 3.75. I think Matt was a little disheartened after some of the comments yesterday. It's a good thing he didn't see the comments after the last time he was here. J-Dog, here at work. Matt Davis, salty because you weren't on the show. Laugh out loud, Matt. Poca Local, top 5, lies. Poca Local, whatever, first, more lies.
Listen, you fake news. You fake news.
Poca Local, I almost want to trade you triggers so I can put it in something and sell it. Technically, now again, I have tried to be nothing but forthright and honest with you, everybody, when it comes to that Geisley trigger. It is so much better than a mil-spec. Trust me. I would never ever put a mil. I was going to tell you guys, just for experimentation, I'm actually going to do a video on it because, like Cobra pointed out last night, there's been a kind of a rebirth. I've actually felt better about doing ebomey videos, which means I'll probably get like some $40,000 fine because it's not kid safe. And thank you, John. You remember back when I was getting snubbed by YouTube and they were unringing the bell from you guys, and like Ed was complaining all the time that I was being unsubbed from him. So instead of having knives, guns, AR-15, big ass explosions, I got pissed off and I changed my tags to Love the Clintons, Care Bears, and something else. And John goes, "That looks like you are trying to get kids to come because of Care Bears." I'm just like, oh my God, I'm getting so sick and tired of this fucking planet. Jesus, what a bunch of fucking cunty pussies. But I get what he's saying. John is an administrator on my channel. I mean, he has to be. That's why you see those awesome promo videos that he does. So he deleted out all of the tags. I think my only tag that he put back in there was Justin's Final Mission. I'm fine with that, I guess. I mean, my object wasn't to do a Michael Jackson and lure in small children. It was that I'm fucking pissed off at the constant bullshit with YouTube. It is never ending. You know, I'm watching videos now. I found a couple of really cool channels. One of them because of the jet bullets. Bullets that were actually little rockets. It had a primer that ignited a solid propellant, and it had nozzles. Towards the end, I mean, people were making these bullets one at a time. Oh my God, with a drilling these little ports, so that when the hammer was in front of the bullet. Illustration. Here we can use the best one of all. The hammer was actually in front of the projectile, so when you pulled the trigger, it would slam up and it would push the round back, and as it slammed back, it would hit a firing pin that would ignite the primer, that would ignite the solid propellant. Well, the reason that the hammer was in front of the projectile is it was spring-loaded, so that it would hit, it would ignite, and it would hold the bullet there for just enough time for the propellant to start firing, and then it would basically get pushed out of the way. And this guy has a big channel. I couldn't remember the name of it, but if someone's interested in the video, I can share that at a later date. But yeah, so the little ports are drilled at a subtle angle, so as the propellant goes off, they're all four are at the same little angle, and it causes the bullet to start spinning. There's no rifling. They made a pistol and they made a carbine. They made a rifle, and so it would. And you'd actually see this thing leave, and sometimes, I suppose, because, I mean, all these bullets are over 50 years old. They haven't produced this in over 50 years. And sometimes it would get, like, out of the end of the barrel, and it hit, like, a hot spot in the propellant, and you'd see this thing light up and just kind of zip and take off. I would not want to be shot by it, but it definitely, I mean, there's a reason it didn't catch on. But yeah, this big channel, they put a call out, and they actually found a gentleman that, I mean, there's like none of these out there in the wild. They're like in museums, but this guy actually had a pistol and a rifle and some boxes of ammo, and he let them shoot them. I mean, there's like no such thing as reloading. You know, every round that left that pistol and that rifle was never to be got back. I thought that was pretty damn cool. So yeah, Poco Loco. I've been forthright with everybody. I don't know. It's like, I don't know how to describe that trigger. It's I just wouldn't take it out of my rifle and give it away. But I have been wanting to, the Folds of Honor, or even the other one. I know I was scanning through, Gunwild, I think it was Gunwild, made the comment about another one that might be a little bit cheaper that is basically the exact same setup. So I mean, either way, one of their top end trigger is $275, and I believe that one has to be a little bit different. I believe the reset and whatever is supposed to be unbelievable. I've never had a chance to toy around with that one, but I'm telling you, the Folds of Honor one, and probably the other ones that like Gunwild is talking about, probably equally as impressive. I mean, no, I mean, if it just turned out that, you know, I just went and bought my own damn trigger and I upgraded the trigger in my AR, in my pistol, I would put, like right now, I need a good trigger for the, I need a couple of good triggers actually. I want something good for the rebirth of the 24-inch, because I still want to see this will now, I mean, White Label, El Tenda, DRG Manufacturing, any of those people are watching this, I fully intend on building up that 24-inch build again and putting it up against the DRG Manufacturing rifle. Now, granted, the DRG gun is going to have like the best of the best. I mean, for frickin' sakes, it has over $1,000 scope on it versus an under $200 scope on it. But still, this is kind of the David and Goliath scenario. That's why I have some Palmetto State 308s in my collection. NIHAP wanted me to honestly review and shoot a Palmetto State 308 AR-10 up against the JP. Now, if I handed those rifles, now I think in all fairness, you'd probably have to at least put similar scopes on the two of them. I mean, that might be a game changer, especially at extreme distance. But now, if you could hand that Palmetto State with, say, the U.S. optics on it, and you could hand someone the JP with the U.S. optics on it, in 3-shot groups at 1,000 yards, in the trained hands of somebody that really knows what they're doing, not me, how do the two of them perform? I mean, because, you know, there is a subtle difference between the two. Let's just remove the factor of the scopes. You're looking at what? You're looking at what? $1,200 for or closer to, depending on which one you're talking about, maybe closer to $1,000 for a Palmetto State AR-10. My JP without the scope on it was $7,500. But like I said, I had a rare opportunity. When my father died, I was handed a bunch of money and spent almost all of the money doing the right thing. And Christine says you should do something nice for yourself, because I didn't buy anything for myself at that point in time. And that's when I told her I wanted the KTM Super Duke 1290, and she said maybe not as nice as a Super Duke. I mean, whatever. It was $20,000 for the Super Duke, modded out with all of the stuff that I wanted for it. But yeah, so I mean, if I had a chance to go back and redo it like tomorrow, I can't say I can honestly say I would regret losing the JP. It'd probably be a long damn time before I could replace the JP. And right now, I am not about to sell anything I have to come up with enough money to replace the JP. The collection is to the point where it's down to things that all have some kind of specific meaning. There's a few things in there that I would consider selling because they're still being produced. I can just go get another one just like it. But things like the JP and the I know they're still making JPs, but my wallet's not making that kind of money. Things like the Dragonoff and my Mosin, stuff like that. To me, that's just not replaceable. Oh yeah, well there you go. That's my kid. I sent her. I knew she was working, so it was going to take a while to get it to her. But I sent a text to Sammy Poo saying, "Just an FYI, I put together a big batch of chili for dinner tonight. You might want to stop over and acquire some." That was her right now. Oh fuck yeah! Oh, I just love my kids. I tell you, if you can sit back, let's see, what should we do? Scotsman. If you can, oh, this doesn't look like it's gonna go as well as I had hoped. Oh, a shot. I believe that only has a little bit. If you can sit back and get to the point where your kids have been out on their own for quite a while, and you can look back and you can go, Dad, you did pretty damn good. Both of my kids. I think in brew reviews, one way or the other, you have met both of them. Lillian, who is now living in the state of Virginia, and doing pretty damn good. She has a job that she's really enjoying, and things are looking up. Proud of her. And then I got my Sammy Poo right here. I wish they were both right here, but I got my Sammy Poo, and she's what can I say? I can have her fix whatever breaks on my Toyota, and then take her shooting, probably get my ass kicked, come home and drink a damn dark beer together and enjoy it. So I'll give you a second if you want to go get something to toast. If not, you can owe me. If you're proud of your kids, I say raise a toast and say amen to outstanding parenting. I tell you, I have 17 and 18 were both really good. What the hell is Jim asking me about? Last night he was drinking 8? I gave number 8 that first batch. That was my third favorite one, and I said sippin' whiskey. So to answer your question, Nihap and Jim, I liked number 8, whatever the hell number 8 was. Some of this shit is really feeling kind of unfair. So Poco. Yeah. You probably can get some mileage out of resale. To be totally honest, I can look it up and I can tell you what it was, but I want to say that trigger was $275 when it first came out. I don't know if it's still selling for that. It's the Geisley 3-gun, if they're still even making it. And I don't know. I'm almost wondering what would happen if I put the Joe Bob thing in there and took the first stage completely out of it. Oh, okay. Well, since I mentioned it, I took Project Overkill, I thought, my bad, I thought Project Overkill was sitting on a complete mil-spec trigger. This is not a complete mil-spec trigger in Overkill. This is one that I did a polished job to it, and it's running JP springs. It's scaled at the same, regardless of the little Joe Bob thing, which is basically a grip screw that has been threaded down the center, and there's an adjuster, and you cock your gun, you put it in the safe position, and you take the little Allen wrench and you screw the adjuster all the way up until it comes to a stop. And if your safety selector works, which mine did with it screwed all the way up, you're where you want to be. They recommend putting Loctite on it to lock it into that setting so it can't vibrate. But for testing reasons, I mean, now I'm really curious is what if I could improve the Geisley by taking that first stage out of it. This is what is going to probably happen as soon as we're done hanging out together. But to answer your question, this is an Eric polished mil-spec trigger with a set of JP yellow springs in it, and it's scaled at it actually scaled at just under 3 pounds. And all I did is I put that screw in there, and you can see it doesn't move. Oh, it doesn't move because it's unfucking safe. It's there's no movement. That adjuster, and I think you can get that right now. Well, it was whatever I did with the receipt. Oh. By itself, well, I don't know, maybe they had a special or something. It was $14 for the, well, it was $14.95 for the screw and the reduced power springs as a kit. So, delivered was $18.45, $18.45, and, it took all of that. Now, Poco Loco, thanks for making the comment. I'm gonna have to see if this thing, if I could take the first stage out of that Geisley trigger, that would be actually onto something. Then I may not want to get rid of it anymore. But if I mean, really, there's no gunsmithing. There's no gunsmithing on here. This is serious. Go right now to your safe. You grab your gun. You charge it. You flip the safety to safe so it won't fire. You take out your grip screw. You screw in the Joe Bob kit. Screw it in. Tighten it. Take the Allen wrench. Wind it all the way up until it's tight. And if you have functionality out of this, you're done. It's just right now I got 2 in a row of 2 pounds 8 ounces. 2 pounds 8 ounces. And that's a mil-spec trigger. Now it's a single stage mil-spec trigger. Why am I putting that down? We're gonna drink this bitch. Ethan, love watching your videos. You deserve more views. Thumbs up. That was on the Orland Brewery, the inlet one. Ethan, I don't know if you're gonna see this comment or not, but thank you. Hey, tell you what, I don't know how many of you guys helped me out yesterday with Mondak Living. I hope you went over and subbed him. Ethan has, Ethan, you look like you hide your sub count. He has one video, how to monetize in 2 months. It has 4,000 views and he put it up 2 months ago. I am gonna lead. I'm gonna lead by example. I just subbed Ethan and I rang the little bell. I want to see more stuff from him. He is my shout out of this video. Ethan. Matt Davis, 10 years later and no one has found the body. Ha ha, Eric. Stormy Coyote. So, I find it funny that since the Trader Cats have dug in for the whole bullshit impeachment thing, that have not been any mass shootings lately. Oh, that's weird. Or constant denominizing of AR-15s on the major news networks. Ain't that a coincidence? Almost like that money suddenly started being diverted elsewhere. Yeah, I think Hornet Fixer put a thing up on Facebook, though, with everything going on and how the impeachment thing is going so badly. You might want to watch out for what will be coming next. What? I have no idea. Stormy Coyote, cheers, my friend, as always. Matt Davis, Matt. When do you get to see one of your harvest deliciously through? That would be cool. When do we get to see one of your harvests seriously? Oh, you're talking about deer? Well, as of right now, keep waiting. I mean, I understand that the hunt in this area is really bad. And I want to see any of those fucksticks from up by our hunting shack try to blame us. Because in this last year, I want to say we've been up there shooting, was it 2 times? The New York boys and when Jeremy and Caitlin were up. I think that's it. I mean, I'm granted, that's probably enough time for us to completely fuck up deer season. Poco Loco, yep. 10 years ago, I got a sub from Eric and thought, who is this weirdo? Same thing I said to myself when I clicked his video, or clicked this video. Matt Davis, 1 million comments. Now that's a goal. I don't know if you can actually figure out how many times somebody has left a comment. YouTube, and I don't even know how to find it. You'd have to actually talk to the egomaniac. Somewhere in your analytics, you can find out how many total views that your channel has of all of the videos, because that's what Chuck constantly tries to remind me that his and what was the actual. I mean, this isn't just my words. I mean, these are actual. I think you can look it up on Wikipedia. His significant little stupid bullshit channel. I think that's what it was under Wikipedia. A Gunwild top 20 bitches. I mean, I guess it's real easy, but when you're not playing on a fair playing field, please explain to me why when I say to John Solar, who can get into the hierarchy of YouTube and say, yeah, last month you had over 800 and something new subscribers, but YouTube took away 962. Yeah, okay. Apparently, Gunwild says, apparently Matt doesn't know what day it is. He says November 22nd is tomorrow when in fact is today. He must have went to public schools. So yeah, so yesterday was actually the day that we lost JFK, and of course that wasn't another big conspiracy. Brandon Steffens on the Waxford Irish something beer review. The smell and smooth texture is what I like, but the flavor could be slightly better. Okay, Brandon, thank you. That was a positive review. Wow, all of a sudden I'm getting like this random bunch of people. Get a bunch of people that are commenting on brew reviews that are not subscribed to the channel. McLean5179, Eric, I really admire your patience. You have no idea. McLean, you ever know somebody who knows everything but everything he knows is wrong? See, McLean and Matt Davis, in my defense, sometimes these brew reviews, especially if I'm tag teaming with the Matt Man, can go a little long. So if I were to say start debating everything that is said that I know is questionable, she speaks for me right now. Frontline Cigars. The redhead had too many clothes on. I don't like to work. Oh, that's why he gave the intro babe the review he did. EMT Railfan. Hey Matt, there is no satisfaction like shitting yourself in the fire department. Turnout gear while working a cooker. You go to take a break and sit down beside someone and peel your gear to cool down and let the stink out and not say anything. Oh, that gear has got to hold the shit in, no pun intended, like nothing else. Steven, come on, be nice to Matt. He has to be willing to go to Eric's. Well, yeah, okay, whatever. Steve, laugh out loud. Did you punch the in the red dude? Yeah. I felt bad about it the second that it happened, though. We were standing right there, Steve. You know where I'm. And, like, the second time, he, like went to, like, try to, like, grab or punch me in the junk. And I was like, dude, knock it off. I mean, lay off on the alcohol, whatever the fuck it is, but stay the fuck away from my junk. And, like, give it like a 4 count. 4, 3, 2, 1. And I look over, and he lunges at me, and I just turned around and went, wham! I somewhat was joking when I did it, but I fucking he leaned in, I punched forward, I hit him hard enough that he stumbled, fell backwards, hit his head on the beam. And as I'm standing there, it was like almost like, and I hate this word, surreal. It was like the whole world like slowed down, but I was still at regular speed. And I watch him fall backwards, hits his head on the beam. He's starting to crumple, and as he's going to the ground, I'm just like, what a fucking asshole. And then at the last minute, I like reach in and I grab his hand, and that's the only thing that stopped him from completely going to the ground. He was so fucked up he probably doesn't even remember it to this moment in time. Smile Money, I hope that lump on your stomach is not a tumor. As for Matt, I guess he just can't figure out what shade of blue to wear. No, no, Smile Money, it's all cool. It's this. It's a weapon. It's a weapon, Smile Money. It's not a tumor. It could be a tumor. It's not a fucking tumor. It's a knife. Steven, I'd do a Black Friday video and delete it Saturday. What if I found one, what if I took the exact same fucking one that he sent me, which doesn't show any of his items? I mean, this is like, hey, do a video and do it like this. Well, what do you mean do it like this? Where's the fucking links? What am I putting in there? I'm sorry, this shit don't come for free. I mean, I'm not like Eric, Iraq veteran 8888, and charge $4,000 or $7,000 plus I get to keep whatever you're sending, like a goddamn $5,000 rifle. But where the fuck in my schedule am I going to start sitting down and making up some kind of a Black Friday video? Because I don't do Black Friday videos. So, sayonara, fiachi. Smart money. I had to go back and check. I did not take a shot at Matt. That was Scotsman. It was a good shot, laugh out loud. No, I told him it was you. Jesus, Smile Money, if you had to go back and double check, that means you were at least behind the rifle. If you didn't pull the trigger, I know, I understand, but it sounds like you were at least behind the rifle. Oh, fuck. Oh, this is great. I love you guys. Smile Money, I must have missed the discussion on the media manipulation on Locked and Loaded. Sperm donation, cigars, rigging of the first comment were the talking points. Cobra tried to keep the show. See, that's why I invited them. Johnny and Joey couldn't make it. Johnny and Joey don't do fucking shit in the first place. Oh, that might be the alcohol talking. Hey, Cobra, I'm going to send out a couple of letters. How'd you like to be on Locked and Loaded on Fridays? Hey, Johnny and Joey, if you see this, you're fired. Smile Money. Matt does not have as much junk to take a shot at since he removed his balls with the birth control method. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. Why is it? I start fucking laughing and all of a sudden my sciatic nerves start... Hey, the more fun I'm having, the more pain I'm in. This is a fucking awesome combination. Rich, Fumaster 2. I hope you went over and subbed his new channel. Actually, where are you at right now for subs, Rich? 73? Well, at least everybody from here is over there. Was this late or early? No other awesome brew from... Another awesome brew from Founders. It was late. It was late because I did not hit the upload... Oh, excuse me. I did not hit the upload button until we were done with Locked and Loaded. Smile Money. Wait. Then let Matt train people how to drop stuff from the crane. Stop! You gotta question. You gotta question the sanity of. Oh fuck, Smile Money, you're a dick. So Matt almost gets fired for dropping shit. Now he's training people in on how to drop shit. Oh, son of a bitch. That supervisor should take a urine test. Smile Money says. Now. He should take a urine test now. Fuck. This video needs more cowbell. I do not know if she's recording right now or not, so... I apologize to Jolson and Tardisius. Smile Money. COPA is more about YouTube collecting information from minors so they can target them with advertising. And God only knows what else. they shouldn't do that for adults either. The whole thing right now is just, it's just like, God damn it! Somebody create YouTube 2, non bullshit. Steven, take your Geisley trigger apart and polish the contact points. Fully clean it, oil contacts, and see if it works better. I'll probably do that when I do what I'm about to do to it as soon as we're done doing this. There's a lot of doo-doos in there. Salty Shellback, well, if I'm family, then I claim the spot for the most disturbing, creepy, naked ninja cousin. Accepted. Cherokee from across the big pond. I have to agree with Matt. Today's brew babe is pretty damn good. Well, at least someone agreed with Matt. Cherokee, I think it's total bullshit to go after the creators. Parents should fucking be parents and not be friends with their kids. Always shifting the blame away from today's generation is total bullshit. Absolutely. I know some people would agree with me and some people may disagree with me, but I made it very clear to my kids when they were old enough to understand, as opposed to just young and act like an asshole. I let both of, well, in this particular case it was all three of them, but one is a step kid, and she is so deluded by the hooker that I used to be married to, it's unbelievable. So we don't talk anymore. Last time we actually did talk, it was actually pretty nice though. I informed them when they were old enough for it to be a fair conversation that I am never going to be your best friend. That's not my job. My job is to be your dad. I will love you unconditionally. I will fucking go to war for you if I have to. If anything ever happens to them, I will be your worst fucking nightmare. And I don't care what happens to me. You hurt my kids, and I will hurt you, and I will hurt you, and then I'll bring you back to life, and I will continue hurting you. This is a fucking guarantee. But I'm not going to be your best friend. But I'll be your protector forever, as long as I am alive and can. And then when I'm done hurting you, you better watch out, because Christine's going to keep bringing you back and hurting you. Cheap old gun guy. No. That wasn't you. The blur screen. That was my alcohol kicking in. Don't worry about it. I'm used to it. Oh, and I don't believe Matt would have slapped anyone, let alone a teacher, for hitting him with a ruler. I'm willing to bet that he would have been crying and dancing around like a little bitch until he got an M&M to suck on. No hates, just saying. Yeah, it's easy to talk the talk, but, you know, when you were at the age that I was at and I had done something wrong and, you know, whoosh. Ow. Mom, teacher fucking slapped me. Well, what'd you do? Oh, whoosh. Son of a bitch. Oh, really? Whoosh. Gillian, Eric, send me the info on that parts for the trigger. Mike, just go over to joeboboutfitters.com. It's one of their parts. Joe Bob's AR-15 grip screw trigger adjuster. Item, it just says trigger adjuster. JB, Joe Bob. JB, so there isn't even a part number on it. If I remember, there's alcohol involved. I'll send you the link on Messenger. Real Cold Burnout second with an actual comment. Cheers. Gunwild. They want me to do a promo video for Black Friday as well. Not sure if I'm going to do it. Well, Jeff, this is what I sent. Gunwild, The trigger I'm talking about has the same bow and comes in either silver or black. Believe me, it's the same trigger with a different housing. I'm fine with that. I mean, I understand the other one, comes with a few extra goodies, but no. The trigger is all I really need. Gone Wild, JP springs are a must if you're running a mil-spec trigger. Absolutely. The thing that sucks is the JP springs, well, they used to be $7, and it was $14 shipping. And they're like 2.5 hours south of me. Gunwild. No. Thank you, Gunwild. Sorry, I got carried away. Jerry. Blue Tunda 40. On the road to Pennsylvania. With a gun safe in the back of the truck. Smoking a Frontline cigar. Jerry. A blonde goddess or Matt? Let me think about that. Jerry. I did wear makeup one time. I had a bunch of people whistling at me as I was running out of a bank in Wexford. Come to think about it, I'm not sure if there was whistling at my sawed-off shotgun or me. Okay. Okay. Where were we? Let's see, Wade. Yeah, Matt's back. Unsub. David Brown. Hello, kook fucks. What time is it right now? An hour ago. Either the time isn't correct or David Brown left this comment minutes before we talked on the phone. Now to the Two Hearted Ale Club, and I'm bringing this with. Don't hate. Who the fuck is that? So help me, J-Dog, if that's you. It's Stalker Steve. Let's see, Stalker Steve left a comment. Well, then we have to hit him up with a live action shot. Okay. And of course, because I'm down in the man cave, not fucking Sweden, it's the goddamn man cave. Do you see any? No, I don't see anything. Okay. Oh. Okay. Stalker Steve's drunk. Stalker Steve, Two Hearted Ale Club. Wow, I won't be hitting the Stalker Steve button. Stalker Steve, oh yeah, I did that. Yep. And, oh, what? So, since we started this, and hitting refresh to go to the Two Hearted Ale Club, I now have 9 things in the spam folder. God, YouTube fucking sucks. Gunwild 1, cheers, Two Hearted Ale Club. Now I guess I have to go over and find out what's all in spam. That explains it. Fucking Stalker Steve. Sub-comments. These are all the... Jesus Christ, Steve, get a goddamn life. He basically went to a whole bunch of your comments and hit yep. Yup Club. Whoops. Okay. Okay, so I'm not going to hit the Stalker Steve button. I'm going to hit the Real Cobra Burnout button. 3 times total. Well, we wrap. Stalker Steve, your neck knife is printing or your belly button is messed up. That's because the neck knife has to pass through the moobs. So I say I'm not going to call it the Stalker Steve button, but when I press the frickin' thing, the only person that shows up is Stalker Steve. What happens if I hit the Real Cobra Burnout button? Nothing. Okay, well, just for the fun of it, I'm gonna adios myself, and I'm gonna go see if I can take the first stage out of a Geisley trigger. Where am I gonna put the bomb from Artist Prairie Ales? This is an Imperial Stout aged on coffee. You know, I'm not. There's coffee, but it's way in the back. I would love to have gotten more coffee out of this. Okay, so here's what I can tell you. A lot of the cocoa nibs, kind of the characteristics when you start diving into the really dark beers, but kind of a black licorice is in there. Vanilla bean is in there, and I'm not getting any of the chili peppers. But this might be a me thing. I'd really like to get, you know, I've had a couple of dark beers that had a little bit of heat. That one from Clown Shoes is very good. I love you too, Stalker Steve. Full homo.
Fake news. Fake news. Fake news.
Okay, I'm going to hit the Real Cobra Burnout button one last time, and then we're out of here. And maybe I should, just for the fun of it, bring the camera with and this camera, and catch a little fun out at the at Dead On tomorrow with David Brown, and I'm gonna have to find out. Christine said, Bunky, or we riot. Is that Stalker Steve again? Yes, it's Stalker Steve. Okay, I'm gonna go have phone sex with Stalker Steve. Cheers, guys, and yes, we will. We will see you tomorrow. Unless we don't. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Oh, this I still give this a. Hang on. I honestly think I'm gonna give this a 9.5 this time around. Yeah, I'm going with 9.5. Cobra, did you see that part? Cheers.